Hello, hello, and good evening, good day to you, wherever you are in our virtual space. Hello and welcome. This is Anika Cohen. I am your business strategist coach, and I want to welcome you to day three. This is day three in our 12-day series on 12 ways to dominate in the new year. We are positioning ourselves to get still and get quiet and really prepare, plan, and execute the next steps. So I'm super excited to be on your journey. I'm super excited to serve you, right? And support you. I know that life can get ahead of us. Circumstances can get ahead of us. Distractions can get ahead of us. And so although we are just on day three, we have covered so much valuable content. And I just want to recap those principles for you because I want you to really have an understanding that this is a journey. This is not a competition. Give yourself grace and give yourself permission to enjoy this journey with failure included, with mistakes included, with your insecurities included, because you're not perfect and you never will be, but you can master your skills and your abilities to serve in the marketplace, right? So although this is day three, we're going to be talking about brain dumping effectively, right? But day one was all about discovering your sphere of influence, really getting clarity and focus about who you are, where you are, and what's to come. You want to be able to figure out what your purpose is in life, right? So you want to discover your sphere of influence. That was day two. Day three, we were talking about reflecting with honesty and intention. So we want to be clear about what happened, what the missing link was. And we want to focus all of that attention and energy on ourselves, right? Because it's about you. So you can go back to the other trainings that are available and you can go through those and really get clarity about who you are, where you are, so you can get to what's to come. So let's get right into day three content. Day three is all about brain dumping effectively. So again, I want to welcome you to to the 12 days on this journey on how we can begin to dominate in the new year. All right. So what is brain dumping? What is brain dumping? It is releasing all of the contents, releasing all of the contents, releasing all of the thoughts, releasing all of the ideas. You are taking those contents out of your mind and releasing them on paper or your mobile device where you do notes, wherever it is that you're comfortable. But the objective is to release all of the contents, all of the thoughts that are running through your mind and release them on paper. Okay, because those stressors, those nagging thoughts, those pressing issues, those annoyances, right? Those thoughts, those ideas, those tasks, those errands. Sometimes it can become overwhelming. And what we can find ourselves doing is pondering, overanalyzing, overthinking, and what happens? Nothing. Because we become so consumed with the stress of life. We become so consumed with the cares of life that we lose sight of the goals. We lose sight of what it is that we were called to do. And we just begin to have our routine of going day to day without any productivity, not achieving our goals. Come on, we're all guilty of it, right? So it's very important to get into the practice within your lifestyle to brain dump. Brain dumping is not about a particular time. Whenever you feel those stressors, whenever you feel the aches and the pains within your being, listen, although I'm in remission, I'm in remission going on 3 years. To God be the glory. But before I had lymphoma cancer, one thing that I began to notice about the stress, it attacks our body. For me, it would attack my body and I would become bound. I would have aches. I would have pains. I would have headaches. Can you relate? So those are called stressors. And what did that come from? It came from the recesses of my mind because I had so many thoughts, ideas, tasks, errand, right? Because I'm a mother, I was a wife, I'm a counselor. So I have all of these tasks and responsibilities, and it is very easy for us to get consumed with what it is that we have going on in our lives. But in doing so, I believe in healthy coping skills, right? Because I'm a counselor by trade. That's what I went to school for substance abuse and mental health counseling. So coping skills are necessary in everyone's life. You're not exempt. So I want you to begin to practice healthy coping skills that are going to help you to nurture and maintain your well-being. Remember, without you, the vision does not flourish. Without you, there is no vision. So we got to begin to be intentional with brain dumping effectively. So again, those nagging thoughts, those tasks, those errands, those stressors, when you recognize them, begin to brain dump, begin to get still, get quiet. And here's the disclaimer in that. Again, this is not about a particular time, but this is also not about a particular action plan. So when you're brain dumping, this is not about you having to formulate a plan. You're simply putting the pen to paper and you're writing, you're doodling, you're getting the information, you're getting the contents out of your mind and you're releasing them on paper. So do not get consumed with, now that I have all of this information and content on this page, now what's the action plan? That's not the intention. The intention is to release. The intention is to dump. The intention is to lay it aside, right? So you're being strategic, you're being intentional with giving yourself permission to release those thoughts, release those ideas, release whatever it is that has you stressed, that is giving your body pain, that your body is recognizing, and release it. So this is not about an action plan. You don't have to wait for a specific time to do this. You can do this as needed. As the nurses say, this is a PRN. You do this as needed. You do this if you need to do it every day, then do it based on your task, based on your responsibility, based on your errands that you have to do for the day. This is a healthy coping skill that you can begin to practice daily. I am a writer, so I love to jot down my tasks. I love to jot down my responsibilities or my focus points for the day, right? So it's all on how you choose to work, but you should have brain dumping moments daily, especially if you are an entrepreneur, or even if you aspire to be an entrepreneur. You want to have healthy coping skills. You want to have healthy practices that will help you to nurture and maintain your well-being. And I even take it a step further when it comes to brain dumping. You don't have to make it about a specific category or a specific issue or goal. It doesn't have to be about anything specific. The objective is to release. Simply release. So why is brain dumping important? Because you give yourself permission to capture your thoughts. You give yourself permission to gain mental clarity. Understand that nothing changes in your life until you do. Nothing. Nothing changes in your life until you do. So you got to begin to shift and create new habits that will serve you and your purpose. You got to begin to shift and create habits that will serve you and your purpose, your calling in life. So this is a short impactful training that will be beneficial to you if you begin to implement and practice this. Because brain dumping effectively will definitely help you to release the thoughts with your amazing products and services, with your amazing launches, with your amazing ideas. Have you ever been in a space where, okay, you're thinking about something, you move on to the next thing, and then it comes back and you're thinking about it again, and then this comes up and now you're thinking about that, but then you go back to that vision, you go back to that idea, and then you're thinking about this and you're thinking about that. Before you know it, you're lost. Your mind is spinning in circles. It's going on and on. It's causing you not to be able to sleep. It's causing you to be frustrated easily. It's affecting your mood. It's affecting your anxiety. So do we see how this trickles down into every aspect and every area of our lives? So this is a very good tool to use. It's very practical, but it's impactful. So you want to begin to brain dump effectively again. Why brain dump? Because it will capture your thoughts and you will have mental clarity, because nothing is going to change until you change. So you got to begin to change your habits, behaviors, thoughts, patterns. That's the counselor in me, right? So that is it. This concludes day 3, brain dumping effectively. When you recognize the stressors, go to this coping skill and begin to release. All right. So until next time, until day 4, I want you to choose to live. I want you to choose to be liberated, improve daily, and be vivacious and enlightened. See you tomorrow.